This is a technique video on anterior cruciate ligament reconstruction basics, quadriceps tendon autograft preparation. The authors have the following disclosures. After harvesting the quadriceps tendon, the graft is transferred to the back table. A FiberTag Tightrope 2 implant suture card is loaded into the tenaculum. The FiberTag suture is pierced, and the tenaculum is clasped down on the femoral end of the graft. The needle is passed through the graft just above the junction where the FiberTag suture converts to the fiber loop suture. The fiber loop is shuttled around the tenaculum, and the needle is passed through the FiberTag suture and the graft. This is repeated 2 more times, working towards the suture card. The needle is then passed up through the slot in the suture card. 2 additional whip stitches through the FiberTag suture and graft are passed, working away from the suture card. Below the splice of the needle, 1 limb of the suture is cut and wrapped around the graft. The construct is secured by tying a knot. The knot is buried with 1 final pass of the needle through the graft. The suture limb is cut flush to the graft. The suture card contents are unloaded by flipping the card away from the graft 2 times. The white looped suture is loaded into the femoral button or lengthened. The graft is pulled into various sized graft tubes to determine the diameter of the femoral tunnel. This process is repeated for the tibial end of the graft. The graft is cut to the desired length, and the fiber loop suture tape used during graft harvesting is removed. The tibial end of the graft is prepared using the FiberTag Tightrope 2 ABS suture card. The suture card is loaded into the slot of the tenaculum. The FiberTag suture is pierced, and the graft is clasped. The needle is passed through the graft at the tip of the FiberTag suture. The fiber loop is shuttled around the tenaculum, and the needle is passed through the FiberTag suture and the graft. After a total of 3 whip stitches are passed, the needle is passed up through the slot in the card, followed by 2 more whip stitches, working the opposite way. The needle is then passed near the distalmost whip stitch back through the free end of the graft. The needle is removed, leaving an extra set of sutures for reinforcement during graft passage through the knee. The suture card contents are unloaded, and the preloaded number 5 fiber wire suture is replaced with a 1.3 mm tiger link suture. The tibial end of the graft is sized, and the fully prepared graft is wrapped in a vancomycin-soaked surgical sponge under tension while the tunnels are drilled. Examples of the final graft preparation are demonstrated here, with the graft on the top incorporating a fiber tape suture for the internal brace, while the graft on the bottom is without. Thank you for watching our video.